Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. So yeah, this video I'm going to be talking about everything you need to know before coming to Brazil, or anything you need to know about Brazil. I did another video before, just in a crowded place right now, but you can hear my voice. I did another video before and I just realised I left out quite a lot of few things because like I said in the other video, Brazil is so huge. Each city is like a completely different state. Each state is like a completely different country. I mean, I'm going to be talking while I'm got videos of me and pictures of me in the background showing my experience in Brazil the past 3 years. I've been living around Latin America for 7 years, and I've lived in Brazil for 3 years, mainly in Rio de Janeiro and Fortaleza. I visited Fortaleza, visited Sao Paulo, Belo Horizonte, Foz do Iguaçu also. But yeah, one thing I did leave out of the other video, you probably all know this if you watched the other video, that the number one thing is that each state is completely different. Each state is a completely different country. So if you hate one place, like Rio de Janeiro might get on your nerves, like the people downtown might get on your nerves, or the seedy people, or the smell downtown as well, and how dirty it is, then just go to another state. It'll be a completely different country, or even just go to another different part of the city. Like I said in the other video, like if you're in downtown Rio de Janeiro, 70% of Rio de Janeiro is hell on earth, in my opinion anyway. That's just my opinion, but I have a friend who likes the ghetto and likes the ghetto lifestyle, and he likes Copacabana downtown, and he's white, but he loves black women, and he loves the ghetto, the dirty lifestyle that's downtown. But I don't like it. It's really smelly, it stinks like a toilet. But he kind of likes it. He kind of likes things how wild they are. But yeah, downtown Rio de Janeiro is like the complete opposite. Like you see this picture, this is Itacoatiara in Niterói. It's the complete opposite. And then you go to Itacoatiara, which is like 2 hours drive away, or 1 hour drive away. Even though the city looks pretty small, it's huge. So you go to one part of the city and it's like a completely different world. It's like they here Teresópolis, that's like Switzerland and Canada in Rio de Janeiro. Here's a picture of me in Tinguá with the waterfalls, that's like Bali inside of Rio de Janeiro. And here's another part, Guaraciba Beach, that's a bit like the Thailand of Rio de Janeiro. So it's like all these different countries all in one place. There's so much to do. And obviously this is Ipanema, Apador, where I usually train and surf. And then you have like Barra da Tijuca and Itacoatiara, which is like Costa Rica and Hawaii. But like I said, like the best places are the unknown places, the non-touristic places, in my opinion anyway. That's just me. I like the quiet places where I can surf, where I can go on adventure, I can be alone, I can also relax. Whereas downtown, it's I imagine, I've never been to LA, but people say LA is too dirty, too homeless, and that's how I imagine LA to be like these days. And this picture here is in Fortaleza. That's a bit more chill. The beach is a bit more chill. Like in Copacabana, you cannot relax at all. I like to go where I can chill and relax, but it's also good to party in Copacabana. Okay, but another thing I didn't mention in the other video that you really need to know. You need to know this because Brazilians fight. You know, if you get into an argument, if you get into an altercation here, they will not back down. It's not like in Argentina. I think in Argentina, a few guys kind of pissed me off, kind of ticked me off, and I responded with an argument. I was like shouting. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Because they were angry at me for being British, because they don't like the British over there in Argentina. So I was saying, "Why the fuck?" So I responded and I acted angrily, and they backed down. But here in Brazil, it's the complete opposite. They're all fight. A lot of them have this fighter mentality, or a lot of them crazy on the streets. High on drugs, high on cocaine, on a lot of the homeless people. And they will not back down. They will fight. So one thing you need to know is the one thing that might tick you off about the guys here. The girls are really nice, but the guys, they have a thing that, like when they call you, when they need to get your attention, or when they need you to look at them or get you to notice something, they whistle or make noises like you would to a dog. They go, oh, pss, 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 hey, pss, 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 pss. They do that a lot here. Like I just did that then, and a few guys just turned around and looked at me, and I found that really annoying. Like really, like don't fucking, like I was about to snap. Like they don't fucking whistle to me like a dog. Brazil really humbled me though. If you have a short temper and you think you're the man, Brazil will change you and humble you. Because here, they're all, like I said, they all snap and they're very loud. the main thing here is Brazilian coffee. They drink a lot of coffees every single day. I think the average people drink like 5 coffees a day, sometimes 8 coffees a day. It's just the natural thing to do here. That's why when you're downtown Rio de Janeiro, a lot of them are working class, so they're trying to, are homeless, so they're high on coffee or high on drugs. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's cocaine or coffee, but either one, they're all loud and they're always in your face. So be careful about that. Is you need to have a hold of your anger. I had a violent temper when it came in. I was always fighting. I was always angry because I was always training, and I was always. So yeah, I was always training, and I was always kind of not in a bad mood, but I was always like, I do serum retention as well, so that makes me a nofap, and it kind of makes me like Mike Tyson. It feels like Mike Tyson anyway. How angry he is all the time, and I have to channel that anger on gym and training. So yeah. But that's just one thing, because if you don't know these things, then you might snap, you might take it the wrong way. It's just how they do. It's just how they are. The guys are loud, and they're in your face. It's kind of annoying as well. And when they talk here, if you go to a shop, if you're trying to buy something, if you've not got coffee in your system, you might feel a bit faint or lightheaded. But Brazil isn't for the faint-hearted. And they sometimes, because they shout when they talk a lot of the times, like "Volo, volo, volo," when you're walking on the street, if you're walking downtown, "Volo, volo, volo," especially if you look rich, they might come after you and they might tug in your shirt to give them some money. So yeah, having a cup of coffee every day is good to keep on their level, even when you're dating here, drinking a cup of coffee is the best thing, because I didn't really get along with that Brazilian girls, because they had such, like, every time I approached them and talked to them, they would be really, and they have this energy about them, this radiant energy, and it kind of blew me away. It's kind of like, oh, okay, they'll look at me and act all happy and excited and everything, and I'm like, okay, just chill down, calm down. But then I realised I got along with them more when I was on their level, when I had a cup of coffee, because I never drank coffee at all. I was always just, I've always unhealthy for me, but once I started drinking coffee, I found myself on their level and able to keep up with their high energy kind of lifestyle, high energy kind of energy and interaction anyway. So yeah, that's one tip if you're dating them. Have a cup of coffee every day, and you'll be able to be on the same wavelength and energy as them. So yeah. So don't get ticked off, guys, if it's just the way they are. They're loud and in your face. And that's another thing. It's kind of the opposite of Japanese people. Japanese people are very private, like they like their own space. They keep their own space. They keep their distance from you. They like you to have your own space and them to have their own privacy and their own personal space. But here in Brazil, it's the opposite. They're very in your face. They're very even the public transport, they're all squished together, and they like it. They're at home with it. Even when I was on the metro, everyone was always squished together, and I think a girl was looking at me. She was talking to me really happy. She was so happy. She wasn't like, oh, look at these. She was really happy about being in this situation. She was talking for ages, and just had her face was right next to mine, and but yeah, they're just the way they are. Don't think when a girl's doing that, she's trying to date you or something. It's just the way they are. It's just a natural thing to be in your face and to be warm. It's kind of, so it might annoy you first if you like your own privacy, but just don't worry. It'll go away. Just enjoy it for the moments, and if they invite you back to their own house to eat, that's a good thing as well. Don't take it too personally. But yeah, every place isn't Rio de Janeiro as well. If you go to Belo Horizonte, that's like they're like the sweetest people in the world. If you're watching this, if you're from Sao Paulo or Belo Horizonte, those people have my heart. Paulistas and Sao Paulo people, they're so they have the most beautiful soul and beautiful heart. You'll fall in love with them. And it's also, like you see here in the video, it's a very fitness-oriented country, especially in Rio de Janeiro. You see bars everywhere. You probably know this anyway from other YouTubers, but I'm just saying this as well. They have surfing, and it's very fitness-oriented, and they're just always on the beach, always people walking with their underpants as well. But if you want to fit in, always wear your Speedos or underpants as well. Well, that's new. And it's very fitness oriented, like I said. Yeah, but I say that and people think, oh, they're all going to be really fit and gorgeous. No, like you have a few, it's just like any other country. You won't find that. You do, maybe it's just me, but yeah, you do find a few here, like at the gyms, the outdoor gyms, that are pretty ripped, but they just have high energy. Like the coffee, so drinking coffee is probably the best thing if you want to keep up with their energy level. What else was I going to say? I had something else important to say. Yeah, so if you go to like the north, you'll find a bit more indigenous people, like black people at jungle, Indian people from the jungle, from the Amazon, and then if the more you go south, the more you'll see Germanic kind of people, and so yeah, in the south, the more indigenous kind of Germanic, so if you ever get bored of one place, go to another place. Like I was in Rio de Janeiro for so long, and I was obsessed with. I'm a beach guy. I was like surfing and mountain climbing. There's so much to do in Rio. I came and I said to myself, okay, I've got 3 months. I'm going to do everything in 3 months. I'm going to climb Pedro de Telegrafo. I'm going to do surfing videos. I'm going to do this. I'm going to climb this Pedro de Gavia, and it ended up turning into 3 years because there's so much to do here. I ended up, and this is Leblon as well. This is the high class. This video is taken in Leblon. That's the high class kind of part of Rio. So if you get stick with the low class in the downtown, but you can't, like I said, 70% of Rio de Janeiro is hell on earth, but 30% of it is heaven on earth, like Leblon, the beaches, and Barra Tijuca. But the heaven on earth in Rio de Janeiro that you see in postcards and everything, only the rich can afford that. I'm not super rich, so I've been living downtown, so I have to walk about an hour, 2 hours every day to get to the beach, to the rich areas. So yeah, and you have everything in Brazil, yeah, and you have the Magagogi, which is like the Maldives in Brazil. So yeah, you have everything, and you have the Germanic towns like in the south where they have a lot of German ancestry in Santa Catarina. And I went to Santa Catarina, I was like, oh, why didn't I come here a long time ago? Because the people are so much more chill and so much more. That's where the Argentinians go to, because the Argentinians are kind of civilized, and they can't put up with the crazy lifestyle of crazy, dirty, stinky lifestyle of downtown Rio. A lot of it, so they either go to the rich areas of Rio, or they go to Santa Catarina. So the rich areas of Rio is like 30%, like here, like Leblon, like in this video, Leblon and Barra Tijuca and Ipanema, they're the rich places, and Niterói as well, some parts of Niterói. But you've got to be able to afford what you see in the postcards, everything. You've got to be able to afford that, and that's only for the rich people. So yeah, and also don't be offended by the guys, the way they're so loud and in your face, because they're not all like that, like they are in Rio. You go to other parts of the country and you find really sweet European kind of people, or intelligent people, or people from different, like has a big Japanese culture as well in Sao Paulo. So yeah, you'll find all types of Brazilians, sweet Brazilians. You'll find, and if you go to Belo Horizonte, you'll fall in love with the Brazilians there. They're the real Brazilians. They're like the heart of the country, as they say, and they're the kind of people who give you they're kind of like the Canadians of Brazil. They're so sweet and so. I'm just in love with them just thinking about it. Also Curitiba as well. Curitiba is like being in Poland. When I was there, I was like, am I in Brazil? It's like I'm in Poland here. And they're a bit more whiter, they're a bit more nicer towards me as well, a lot of them, because I get a bit of reason being white here in the downtown places. Well, that's just not where I belong, so I need to work hard to get some money so I can be in the nice places of Rio. But here, like, these two girls are really hippie-ish. They smoke weed and everything, they kind of chill vibes, and rock and roll. And these are in Leblon, so if you want to go out and meet these kind of girls, you find them in Leblon. They're really open to foreigners as well. What was I going to say? So yeah, it has everything. Brazil. It's kind of like Mexico. When I was in Mexico had the beaches, it had everything. Like I could go to, and I was staying in one place. I was staying in Guanajuato, and I was like, and then as soon as I left Guanajuato, I was like, oh, I wish I left Guanajuato a long time ago. It's like in Rio. I said, I wish I left Rio de Janeiro a long time ago when discovered other parts of Brazil, and the unknown places are kind of the best, like Petrópolis, Teresópolis, those are in Brazil. They're little towns north of the state of Brazil, the city of Brazil, and they're like Canada or Switzerland. It'll blow your mind.